Okay, let's talk about to make money.
Hello. So today's video is how to make money. Episode 5. Episode 5. This is how far we've come. So, how do you make money? As a visual assistant. A visual assistant is a self employed worker who specializes in offering services, administrative services, creative services to clients. This is who a visual assistant is. Usually, it is done by rendering your skills digitally. Okay? It's usually done from a remote location. You can even have a home office. You don't need to be visually present. This is what they call visual assistants. But the pay is really high. So that's what we're going to be talking today. What are the types of visual assistants? How do you earn from being, how do you make money as a visual assistant? How do you participate? What are the platforms you have to work as a visual assistant? As a man or as a woman, as a girl or as a boy? No location, no location barrier, no age barrier. Okay, visual assistants handle common tasks like scheduling appointments, receiving internal or external calls, that's communication, internal or external communication, and calendar management. But to be successful in this role, you need to be computer what proficient. That is, you have to be computer literate because you need to be able to be working digitally. Okay, there are various types of visual assistants. So I'm gonna just be going with top five. There are about 30 plus. So I'm just gonna be going with top five. Number one, we have social media marketing. Social media is unavoidably the center of any digital marketing strategy. Some companies, small companies usually, tend to take time running their affairs, running, posting, making posts, running art on social media, taking up to 6 to 5 hours. Now, instead of doing that, this is where a visual assistant come in handy. So instead of devoting 6 to 10 weekly hours on marketing, this is where social media visual assistants comes in handy. They employ a visual assistant, social media visual assistant, to run their social media account. Because in this present world, if your business is not seen on any social media platform, your business it ain't growing. It's not growing. Whether it's school, education, offices, health, anything. Okay, so the roles that a visual assistant play in social media marketing is they handle the social media platform for any company. Okay, first they create page, business page, whether on social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and etc. They create a page. Not just that, they create content, all right, that will draw audiences, that will draw audience rather. Now they grow the page to visibility. And why they are doing this social media management, the company, the company owner is doing something else. Now this tax will be given to a visual social media assistant. They create visibility, visuality, and draw audience on social media platforms. So, in other words, they help to create and maintain company or businesses' presence across platforms. Moving up to top two, small businesses and companies often hire a visual assistant if they need help in what? One, making payments, checking expenses, verifying payroll, or creating regular budgets. So when it comes to money calculation, they often employ a visual assistant. So this could be handy for you if you're good with what? With numbers, if you're good with calculation. Bookkeeping and record keeping as a visual assistant. This one will be. So in other words, for customer support, you have to be polite, you have to be understanding, you have to be patient because customers are kings. Okay, so it's still in top three customer support. Even if a customer is being rude, you should be able to what handle the customer without being rude back. So this is what customer support entails. Now moving to the top four, blogging and writing. Okay, so remember social media management is top one. You need content in order to handle a social media account. So this is where blogging and writing comes in. All right, some visual assistants. Okay, as a visual assistant, some clients do need content creation. So as a visual assistant, you provide content. All right, you create content which they will use for their what, for their blogs, for their social media accounts. So this is where top four comes in handy, where it becomes helpful, where it becomes needed. Some clients need content. Okay, I have so product, I run so business. Could you please help me create a content? So by so doing, visually, all right, this is what is called blogging and writing. Right, for the top five, we have order management. Many e-commerce companies uses the help of a visual assistant to help them manage. It helps them understand and manage current orders, such as tracking customer numbers or restocking products. There are also other types of visual assistants, which include graphic designs, websites management, projects management, email marketing. So there are lots. Okay, so you just have to know your area of specialty. Now you have to determine what you like, determine the one which you're very good at. Then, two, you can take training course to develop. That is, if you want to develop the skills more, then you determine what you want to change. All right, out of these five, you can pick one or two, then determine what you want to change. Create an online presence. Let the world know what you have. Let the world see what you can offer. Okay? Then start applying for jobs. Now, this is where I come in. You have all these skills which have been listed here, and you don't know where to apply for job. You don't know how to apply for job. Like I said, distance is not a barrier. This video is literally for every country: India, USA, Africa, Nigeria, everybody, Ghanaians. This video is visual assistance is done via online. So now, how do you apply? I'll be listing down top four most recommended five-star review platforms, which you can go and start now, and apply. Place a bid. So now we have done all these steps. The most important one is knowing where to catch, to throw your net to catch a fish. All right. So I'm going to be listing most recommended, top four most recommended platforms to use as a visual assistant. Number one, we have the app called Upworks. Okay, we have Fiverr, we have Freelancer, it's an app. We have Visual Staff Finder. All right, these are the logos sampled here. So go now and download it, and then you place your bid. And don't forget that once you're placing your bid, you can pick any of the apps which I've listed. Numerous options. Pick any of the apps. Don't forget that in order to retain your customer or your clients, you have to be what? One, you have to be honest. Don't say yes when you're supposed to say no. When a customer asks you for a service that you're not rendering or skills that you don't render, do not say yes because You want to keep the customer, you end up losing a potential client. So it's best to tell the person your area of specialty. All right. So don't forget to. All right. Moving on to listing of the platforms for you. Don't forget that this is episode 5 or
And another video of what is a log reading part 2.
why don't algorithm ever tell jokes? Because you need too much processing time to hit a punchline.
How does social media algorithm works? Social media algorithm is designed to keep you on the platform for the most time. They test you to see the posts that will keep you hooked and likely to share with others and then push those posts to more people.
Algorithms are like cooking recipes. Some are very simple, some only require just 5 or 4 ingredients, while some requires 12 ingredients. And all these are still types of different algorithm systems.
How do social media algorithm works? And who is really seeing your social media posts? How do you define your target audience? Because sometimes algorithm can slap in your face just by dropping your views.
Joining into part 2 of what is algorithm. And this video, I'm going to be teaching you 4 steps to maintaining a healthy algorithm. So let's get started.
And if your post is not going up, then you have an issue with the algorithm. So what are the 4 steps of fixing your algorithms? Number one, we have what we call engagement. How many videos are published every day? About 3.7 million videos uploaded daily. So, how do you keep people to be scrolling across only your own to get that media attention to you? Not just to see, but to love, to react to your posts. So, guys, engagement is key. Now, moving on to top two, which is why social media engagement drops. What makes your post to stop getting reactions or poor views? That is, why are your views or my views decreasing? It is a result of inconsistency. You can lose place in their memories if you don't consistently upload a new content. Like I said, consistency brings fluency. It generates real audience as well as vast audience. So get started. Consistency with the E. Moving on to top three on how to keep your algorithm growing. Have you ever wondered why, if someone makes a post and you repost it, the difference in reactions and views and likes and comments? Same post, but different engagement. If you can look closely at this picture, you will see that one, before making a content, there is description, there is tags, the person shared. You don't just create the post, you have to apply some things to it. Now, what is the purpose of doing this? The purpose of adding tags, description, and shares is to get visibility after making a post, after publishing. By sharing, by writing tags, by tagging pages or accounts, your post gets to be pushed up because of the ranking of the engagement, the ranking of the visibility being seen on your posts. Moving on to our top four, which is the final tips. For the top four, that is how to build your audience. After you've been visible, the next thing you want to do is to keep them. How do you target your audience and how do you build your audience? So, how do you do it? It's by retention. You have to keep them retained. Retaining an existing audience can be more cost effective because rewarding them consistently keeps you on the rise of new followers. Acquiring new followers can help your social media grow. By being able to retain your audience, you're making sure that you're retaining both new audience and old audience, new subscribers or your new followers as well as the old ones. Getting people to follow you and making sure that they stay engaged consistently. That's what we call retention. Keeping them to watch your video from beginning to the end. Keeping them to be checking up on you anytime you make a new post. Retention grows your algorithm. That's grows your channel because any social media platforms, once you make a post, they tend to show your videos both to your old viewers and your new viewers. So once they click on it, how long they spend on your video, if they just click and remove it, the more they click and watch your video from beginning to the end, the more they get to recommend it for more people to watch. and to view as well. Social media tend to push the post that keeps users on the platform longer, so they will see more ads and maximize profit. So the more you're retaining your audience, the more they tend to add ads on your video. And the purpose of ads is advertisement. That's where you get to make money off YouTube.
or
So
any media.
retention as well brings you capitalism. It brings you money. It makes your content to be what monetized. All right. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Jack and Wealth. So don't forget to do this to keep a healthy channel. Bye.